What's up everybody? So in this video today we're going to be doing an install for my 2019 Audi RS3. We're going to be installing the Ducktail spoiler that I purchased on eBay, and we're going to be removing the initial, the original lip spoiler that came on the car. So it should be a full process from the first step all the way to the last. It should be pretty in-depth. I don't think we're going to get too nitty and gritty because it's not that complicated of a process, honestly. So in the description below you should see timestamps, so if you want to skip through certain sections you could skip straight through. So yeah, go ahead and follow that in the description. Also in the description will be links to all the items that I used. So for example, the heat gun or the Goo-Gone, for example, will all be listed below, and you should be able to just grab it if you don't have it already. So like I said, this install should be pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. I just want to make this video just document it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and like, comment, and subscribe if you do. Alright, so here we have the RS3 carbon Ducktail spoiler. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it and show you what comes in the kit. It should have some double-sided foam tape to secure the Ducktail on there relatively securely, from what I understand. And yeah, let's go from there. So let's see what's in the box. Alright. Put this there. So we have some instructions. There we go, let's look. Okay, nice. So this little sticker here says the holes on the back of the spoiler mounting place is designed for producing holes on the back of the spoiler mounting place is designed producing for prevent thermal expansion and contraction. It won't affect any function or installation purpose. Okay, so basically it's just saying these are used for the manufacturing process. They have no ultimate use during the installation process, and they won't affect the actual product. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. Just gonna flip it over and see what the other side looks like. Okay. Oh, that's gorgeous. So I'm gonna get you some close-ups and we'll see what this looks like up close. I just wanted to go over the stock spoiler that I have on here, which is tiny. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. So here's a good look at it. Alright, so we're going to start by taking off this factory lip that's already here, and it should be relatively straightforward. It should just take a little bit of heat, and I have some fishing line that I'll use to wedge in between the actual body of the car and the actual wing, and so it should go right through and we should be good to go. And then after that we have a Goo-Gone, which is an adhesive remover, which should just be able to take off the residue that's left over, and that should be it. We should be good. Let's do it. So, full disclosure, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take it slow, a little bit of heat, a little bit of prying. That's it, slow and steady. I'm going to start with this side and work my way over. That's the plan for now. Like I said, just on low settings and taking it slow. So, let's see how it goes. So on its lowest setting on hip 2. So we're going to go nice and slowly across the side and see what happens. I'm using my hand as a guide just to see how actually hot it is. Obviously, if I burn my hand, I don't want my wing to get to that temperature too. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Nice. Just working my way slowly through. You saw that. My fishing line snapped. We're gonna have to go ahead and rethink this. Probably double up on the fishing line, maybe triple, and go from there. I'm just afraid I'm gonna nick the paint somehow and mess that up. So let's see how it goes. So I went ahead and quadrupled the fishing line. So we're gonna, once again, take it nice and slow. There you go, through. Let's see. This should just pop up. Yep. Nice and easy. Cool. Look at that. So let's try to get that frame. Let's see. So you see how that's all adhesive right under there? We're just gonna replace it with basically the exact same thing, but a little bit bigger. This is what's left on the car. It's just double-sided tape, foam tape. It's the residue. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it off, and we're gonna do that by the help of our heat gun and right here, Goo-Gone. So this is some good stuff that will help you take off the adhesive from the wing, and it should just be able to come right off and just expose the paint underneath. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Just like the first time around, we're gonna start off with the low setting and then probably work our way up as we get more confident. A little trick that I do is that if you use the adhesive to pick up the already warm adhesive, it kind of just morphs together, and that bigger chunk is easier to rip off than little individual pieces. So try with caution. Like I said, slow. So we're gonna go ahead and play with the heat gun a little bit just to soften up the remaining adhesive, and then we're gonna hit it with Goo-Gone, and we should be good at that point. So it should just be nice and clean, and we should be done for this step. All right, let's keep going. So it's all off. There's tiny little sections still that are left. Keep spotting them here and then. And the good thing is that the new wing should be able to cover it. So yeah, we should be good. So there you go. We've removed the RS3 stock rear spoiler, and now we can go ahead and install the new carbon ducktail, and it'll be a completely new back end basically, especially once we install the diffusers and have the whole package together. Hopefully by the end of the weekend we should have this car completely blacked out. We have a few things coming in the mail. Hopefully they'll be here by Saturday, and we'll get around filming that video when we do. Let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. I'll catch you tomorrow. So I've gone ahead and cleaned this back top part of this trunk here. It's like 20 degrees outside, so I'm not trying to go outside and freeze. Use some waterless car wash, and it should be relatively clean up here, and at least clean enough to be able to stick down. I went ahead and cleaned it completely and hit it with rubbing alcohol to take off any oil and greases that might be on the actual surface. So this surface is fully prepped to have the new wing be installed. We're just going to use the 3M double-sided stick tape. It's foam tape to secure it down, just like the OEM. The wing that I got actually did include some double-sided stick tape, but I went ahead and just bought some from Home Depot, which is a little bit thicker. It's the same exact stuff, but it's a little bit thicker, and I just want to make sure this thing is really secured to the actual trunk here. Let's go ahead and tape up the back side of the wing here and start the install. Okay, so here we have the wing, and right now obviously it's bare. From the factory, it comes without any adhesive pre-installed, so we have to go ahead and install the adhesive. The double-sided stick tape, I went ahead and bought this from Home Depot. It's a little bit thicker, so I feel it'll just have a little bit of extra grip to the actual trunk. So let's go ahead and start this process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this side, work my way over according to the instructions. They're having you do approximately 2 to 3 millimeters away from the edge so it doesn't show in the actual install. So let's go ahead and start that. I'm going to essentially create sections. So I believe I'm going to have 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. And then on the bottom it's going to be 1, 2, 3. And on the sides 1, 2, and then maybe in these little corners here just for extra, and then maybe 1 across the top just for a little extra. So let's start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and before I put it on, I'm just gonna lightly heat up the double-sided stick tape just to get that much better of a grip. Because I said it is 20 degrees out, so this extra little bit of grip will not hurt at all. So as you can see, I went ahead and completely went a little overboard, but I had so much of the tape, so figured better safe than sorry. So it's all taped up. So one step that I did forget to mention is prior to doing this, I masked out the exact location. So I'll go ahead and cut to the trunk. So as you'll be able to see, I put masking tape and lines to be able to align where this new ducktail should line up with. So this will make it a little bit easier as far as mounting it myself and making sure that it is straight compared to doing it by myself without any guide points. It would most likely come out either shifted one way or the other. So this way it's a little bit better. It might not be perfect, but let's see how it comes out. So one thing I'm gonna do before I place the actual ducktail onto the car is I'm going to go ahead and hit the entire backside with a little bit of heat just so it adheres a little bit better. Like I keep saying, it's like 20 degrees outside. All the heat will just make it a little bit more goopy in order to stick better to the car. Otherwise it'll pretty much be hard as rock and it'll never actually get a nice seat. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to lightly hit the trunk just to warm it up a little bit because it is quite cold. So let's go ahead and do that. There we have it, guys. It's a pretty simple installation. We're all set here. The car looks good now. Just a quick view of the install. I personally think it looks pretty good. There we have it. We went ahead and installed the Ducktail spoiler on the Audi RS3, and I would say it came out pretty okay as far as my first mod goes. The fitment is pretty much square, and there's might be a little bit of a gap here or there, but I don't think anyone's looking that close other than myself. So that'll wrap up this video, and thanks for watching. So there we have it. Like I said, it's not that crazy of an install. It's pretty simple. We got it all knocked out within the night. So if you want to go ahead and split it off into a couple of days, you could definitely do that. But I don't think you really need to. If you start up in the afternoon, you'll finish it by dinner time easy. And that's working really slow and filming at the same time. So I don't think anyone should have a real problem with it. It's all pretty straightforward. And if my video didn't cover something, I'm sure there's 1,000 other videos on YouTube that you should be able to figure it out. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. See you.